Hey, there we go. It's June 4th. Sherehan Ross, Keith Bilous, C. Marty Fit coming into the lab. It is birthday day today for John Kraski. Yeah, you're all wondering, who the hell's John Kraski? I don't know either, actually. I met the guy a few weeks ago over on LinkedIn through Sherehan Ross, and everybody was like, guys, gotta get this John, not John Krasinski, Sherehan.
Not John Krasinski. There's a confusion on threads about that, but yeah.
Yes, not John Krasinski, John Kraski.
John Kraski.
Yeah, we got little differences here. We got Enzo joining us here today from New Zealand. And, oh yes, Sherehan, New Zealand, listen, Enzo's in the future.
Yes. He is, what, 12 hours ahead of us?
Something like that, yeah. So if you want to know anything today, Sherehan, just ask Enzo, because he'll tell you what's happening.
I just want to know what's happening with Bitcoin.
I was just going to ask. So if you want to know about Bitcoin, so one of the great things about the show is we actually stream into the future. So, just come on in, ask questions, and you'll get the answers you need for the future. So that's the benefit of joining us here in the lobby. And I'm expecting, so actually, Sherehan, I don't know what the heck I'm expecting today. I put the feelers over for everybody saying, show up. Kraske said he's showing up.
He did. I confirmed with him last night, although, it's like 5 a.m. He's in the past. It's 5 a.m. for him. So.
He's in the past.
He might still be asleep. I don't know.
Oh, he's in the past. That's so true. That's so true. So we have John Kraski in the past. We have the world of Enzo joining us in the future. We have C. Marty Fitz cameras acting up, but he's going to figure it out and join us here in a moment. It's funny because C. Marty's like, I want to meet Kraski, man. I hear about it all the time. I'm like, all right, well, show up tomorrow morning and you'll see Kraski. And the morning that the camera's not working is the day that Kraski's going to show up. But hey, Sherehan, before we get into Kraski and C. Marty Fit and Enzo and everything, you know what? There's actually a few minutes here for you and me to get to know you and for Nation to get to know you. And got to be honest, and I got to apologize right now. Typically if Kraski wasn't on the show, we'd be making a big deal about you, a big thumbnail and all this light shined on you. But, maybe that got diminished a little bit because of his appearance today.
Gotcha. It's okay. It's okay. I will happily share the spotlight with John. He's one of a kind. He's a special guy, so I'm okay with it.
Because we were supposed to have you here tomorrow, and then you were so kind to shuffle the schedule.
Yep.
I think you said shuffle the parenting responsibilities.
Yes. I have a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old, and it is summer, so they're with us. Occasionally they still do summer camp here and there, but for the most part they're with us, and so we divide and conquer. It's been interesting now that they're older.
Divide and conquer, eh? Is that just how it works?
It gets people talk about this all the time, like it's no big deal, but it is. A working parent, I mean, the mental load alone on a working parent is heavy. Working motherhood, I think, is one of the toughest, hardest things I've ever done in my career. And we don't talk about it often enough. And I understand, we probably grew up in an era where work like you don't have kids and parent like you don't have a job. But that's not the case anymore. And, and COVID changed all of that. And I know COVID is in the past, but it was a life event that we experienced as working adults, as working parents, and it's changed everything. And now I'm seeing a lot more of that conversation happening. There's a woman on LinkedIn. She's her name is Sammy Unari. Hopefully I'm not butchering her last name. But Sammy works at Nike. She's a social media executive over at Nike, but she uses her LinkedIn platform to talk about parenthood and working parenthood and what it looks like when you have 2 people in the household, both parents working full time, and you have children, and you have to figure out, Sunday nights you're meal prepping and who's dropping up, who's picking up. And I think her older daughter is in some after school activity or swimming or something. And so, so she talks about that and she makes it real. And every time she puts a post out, I feel heard, I feel seen. And I'm pretty sure a lot of parents out there feel the same, but she's also one of those people that is really focusing on systemic changes to caregivers, because I'm also that generation where I have aging parents. So we
Mm.
started having kids late in life, which means my parents are also aging. So when you're a caregiver, your responsibilities are very different. And it's not fair if you're working in an office environment to put all that workload on somebody who maybe doesn't have children or isn't a caregiver or somebody who's younger. So there have to be systemic changes in the corporate world. But anyways, I digress. I'm not in the corporate world per se, so it doesn't affect me as much. But I get how difficult it could be for somebody who works a 9 to 5 in an office and has to commute and has children and has aging parents and has responsibilities and and cost of childcare and is astronomical in this country. Healthcare, cost of healthcare. It's just there's a lot of things that need to be fixed.
Why do you reckon it's not talked enough?
It's always been that way.
Yeah.
I think people are afraid of change. I'll tell you something. When I was pregnant with baby number 2, I was a CMO at a crypto startup. And towards the end of my pregnancy, this is about, I want to say 6 or 8 weeks from me going into the hospital to actually having a baby, Bitcoin crashed, my startup crashed, people were getting laid off, including myself, like the whole company dissolved. Startups fail, it happens. But it happened 8 weeks before I was having a baby. And so I was talking to my coach and saying, like, I want to get back out there. I don't know if I want to do it before having a baby. I don't know if I want to do it right after having a baby during postpartum, and God knows, how difficult that is. And she goes, don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody that you're pregnant if you're talking to anyone now. And after you have the baby, if you're ready and going to start interviewing or meeting with others, don't tell anybody because they will judge you and they'll probably,
Oh man.
They will think businesses are thinking of profit over people, right? And so they're going to think, oh, she has 202. She's a new mom. She not new, but like she just gave birth again. She has kids. She's distracted. She's this, she's that, at the executive level, right? And so I was shocked to hear that from another woman. She was older, so she's been in the workforce a lot longer. And, especially in a male dominated industry like fintech and crypto and Web3 and AI and tech in general, it's male dominated. You don't have to go away for 6 weeks because you had a C-section, right? You don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about if you're breastfeeding or you're going to start lactating during a meeting. There's a lot of things you as a guy don't have to worry about. And so the whole system was built with a patriarch in mind, with a single person within the household being the breadwinner and the other parent being the stay at home. And typically it was the man went to work and the woman stayed at home and had his children. So I think that has been embedded into our culture growing up. I grew up in a household where my dad was gone all the time because he was working and my mom was a stay-at-home mom. Now, by choice, she went to law school and, she got pregnant with my older brother. And my dad told her, he said, it is completely up to you what you want to do. Like, I come from a household where female empowerment was huge. There's 2 girls and to 1 boy. My mom and dad told us we can be anything we wanted to be. It was very, very supportive of that. I'm not saying anything about that. But what I'm saying is the culture, right?
Yes.
The dynamic, what people were used to. Yeah, she was a stay-at-home mom and he worked. Given it was by choice, he gave her the choice. He said, if you wanna go to work and become a lawyer, like, we can make this happen. And she was in love with being a mom, and she said, no, I think I want to have more babies. And this is a woman who is very career driven, very like, we're not gonna have kids anytime soon, or we're not gonna have kids ever. Ended up pregnant with my brother and then had 2 more, right? Like, so things change, but it shouldn't cost you your career. Motherhood shouldn't cost you your career. Parenthood shouldn't cost you your career. I shouldn't have to choose between showing up here at 8 a.m. or being with my children. There should be, and I don't know if that's the case with all households. I am lucky, blessed, privileged, whatever you want to call it, that my husband and I both work from home. You know, we're entrepreneurs, we are self-employed, and we own our own schedule. We own our own days. We own our own routines, and we can decide who's waking up, who's doing drop-offs, who's taking care of children, who's doing appointments, who's working, who's staying at home. Like, we get to choose that. Because we have the flexibility of working for ourselves. Now, if I reported into an office 9 to 5 every single day, would that be the case? Or would I get a reputation of, oh, she's the mom, she's got to go drop off. Oh, her kid is sick, she's got to go home and go pick them up or whatever. And I just, that needs to change.
So thank you for those comments, Sherehan. I could not agree more with you. ATHIGE SILVA, we have you in the green room. We're going to bring you up here in a second. I see Marty Fit, my friend. You get your camera sorted out, brother.
Uh-oh, you're muted.
Oh, you're muted now too. Good thing that he's working on the audio. So see Marty's
it was fine, and then as soon as you started the live, it just went out. So sorry about that.
So Sherehan,
sitting here.
See Marty's new to this streaming stuff. He only has a streaming awesome fitness show evenings on YouTube that he's really, really good at. But so see Marty been catching up with Sheree Ross. I just got the note, nation. I just got the text.
No way.
Kraske's on his way.
No way.
Oh, he's on his way. He's on his way. So, hey, Sheree, do you know ATHIGE SILVA?
No, hi.
Hey, guys.
Amma joined us from Paris.
Oh.
Yes, and I'm in my lab, actually.
He is in her lab. So,
but don't ask me anything else. It probably wouldn't.
I was very fortunate to have met Amma through the Kraske Creator ranking stuff over the last few weeks, the same way that I met you, Sherehan. And while we were chatting here, what's going on, sir? Hey, what's going on, Sarvina? I was chatting with Amma, and I said, hey, we're doing a party for Kraske. Apparently he's showing up. He's showing up. He told me, and he told Sherehan he's showing up today. So I said, hey, why don't you join us? And she's like, but Keith, I'm going to be in the pastry studio. I'm like, the pastry studio? So Marty, Sherehan, this young lady here is on a mission to to feed the world like 1 billion croissants. You're like the croissant queen, right?
Oh, are you the one who named a croissant after John Kraski?
Yes.
I've heard about that story. That's amazing. That is so cool.
You know, the problem these days that we have in Paris is that 80% of our croissant is frozen with bad ingredients and a fast process. So most people have like digestion problems, and croissant is in decline. And then you have tourists coming for Paris for croissant, and they can't get a good croissant, and the standard of croissant is kind of lost. Nobody knows like what's a good croissant actually, you know, because operating a business and making like few croissants to win a prize is really different. So in France, people doesn't like marketing. They like pastry chef that has won a title, prizes or whatever. But this is really different than operating a business, you know, where you build a team to deliver every day a good croissant. So I'm trying to kind of like bring creativity and some kind of, can we say noble spirit in the croissant again?
Yeah.
And we are trying to make it very artisanal. We try to integrate technology where we can, because you know, like how boulangerie operates, it's so old school. You have so much technology these days to control your lab, control your machines, and help the human being to do better things. And also, I was poor, I was rich in my life, and I think that those little things can bring so much joy and good memories between friends and workers or whatever. And I think food is such a primary thing. You know, you should have access to really good food to have bond with other human beings. So that's what drives me right now. Last year we were one of the biggest fundraise, and I was able, in France, you really have to go to business school, being a pastry chef to raise money, but I'm not a pastry chef. I didn't went to business school actually. So I still got to manage to get together almost 100 people and raise money to deliver 100 shops in the next 5 years. So that's kind of unique, and I'm so proud that a profile like me can really do something big. In France is pretty unique because people like titles and those kind of things. So
Yeah.
I hope that I will bring more than a croissant to France.
That's exceptional. Coming up in a couple minutes, folks, we're going to do the accountability check, and we like to do around this time every morning, reminding everybody to get their day started on the right foot. But see, Marty, Sherehan, I was struck when I first was introduced to Ama, and now I'm listening to her speak. Every good business solves a problem. She's like, yeah, the problem in France is that they're just frozen croissants. What? I'm going to go make fresh croissants for the tourists. Like, you talk about waking up with a mission. I'm going to get up tomorrow because there's tourists landing in my country right now that are eating frozen croissants, and I can't have nothing of it. So I'm going to go start a bakery and make fresh ones to change the paradigm. Hello?
Yeah.
That's a pretty exceptional mission. See, Marty, you going to head over to Paris and grab some croissants?
Let's do it. Why not?
Tomorrow, guys. Next week.
Yeah.
The Olympic Games.
That is it.
Croissants aren't big in the States like that, so I'm intrigued. I want to taste one.
That's it. That's yes. So you know what? This is a good pivot, actually. Let's pivot for a few minutes into the accountability check-in. So it's at this point in the show where actually this thing happens. If I can do it right, we're going to do it just like this. Nope, it's not going to work today. That's okay. All right, so today, the accountability check-in. It's this point in the show where we always like to put something on the table. Sherehan, see Marty Fit, around kind of keeping people just something to think about to start their day. And today's topic is a good one because it very much reflects on this idea of disrupting the status quo. And when you look at what Ama's doing here, she's disrupting the status quo. So today's accountability check-in is all about disrupting the status quo. Then be kind, right?
Yeah.
Disrupt it, then be kind. Celebrate someone. Recognize their efforts. Appreciate their presence. Do it publicly, maybe do it privately. I will invite people listening today. If there's somebody in your circle, somebody in your orbit, send them a message out of the blue and just celebrate them. Imagine how you're going to impact their day. Sherehan, as you're going through your day today, think of somebody who's come across your world lately. You're thinking, you know what? I haven't talked to them in a while. Just send them a note. And they're going to go, why? You're like, oh, I just was thinking about you. Like these little words, like I'm thinking about you, like, you know, and I think what's often unfortunate that men get caught up in that whole thing. Well, I don't want to do that. I'm like, no, actually, I don't mind just sending a note to see Marty. Say, man, you doing okay today? Yeah, I'm doing fine, brother. Okay, great. That's all I want to know, right? It's that idea of disrupting the status quo and then being kind around it, doing it sincerely. And then you ask yourself, well, why does it even matter? And I'll tell you why it matters, guys. And I've noticed it by doing this show. I've noticed it by doing it with C. Marty. I've noticed it through John Kraski. It's this idea of this kindness sparks connection. Kindness fuels motivation. Kindness inspires others. And nation, if you do nothing for the rest of the day, listen to those last 4 points. Kindness will move the needle for you today. Like, honest to God, go into a meeting if you're in a bad mood, just think about kindness. If you're going to a meeting, you're wondering about the conversation that myself and Sherehan had as we opened the show, see Marty. If you're going to a meeting today and wondering about the person across the table, don't judge them. You don't know the world they're living in right now. You don't know. Maybe they're pregnant, Sherehan. Maybe they are. Maybe they're too scared to share it because they're like, oh, I'm going to be judged at work right now and they're going to fire me. Nah, really? No, just lead with kindness. Disrupt the status quo and lead with kindness. So that's the accountability check-in today, guys, is to give you something as you get yourself going today. And you know what? The mission that Keith and C. Marty have here in the morning is to give you content to get your day going, to give you content to hang on to give you content to move the needle in your life. So that's the accountability check-in today, guys. Before Kraske is joining us here in a few moments, Sherehan, Ama, C. Marty, how do you guys latch onto that idea of disrupting the status quo through kindness? Who's up first?
So two things. Oh, C. Marty, go for it.
No, I was going to piggyback off of something you said, Keith. And a lot of times when you are kind, people are willing to open up to you.
Yeah.
So when you're kind to them, oh yeah, this is what I'm going through. You know, this is why I'm acting like that today. So I did want to add that. But no, you're definitely 100% right about disrupting the status quo with kindness. And yeah, I lead like that. You lead like that, and I feel like it's also builds trust, and we talk about that a lot on here.
Yes,
Mhm.
it does build trust. So as you're welcoming tourists and people into your lab, talk about how kindness moves the needle for you. I'm thinking language barriers. I'm just thinking there's much barriers. People walking into the pastry studio.
Yes.
Is kindness the first teaching of your staff and of yourself, or talk about it a little bit?
How kindness work for me is like, I know that when I'm serving people, it's not about me, and we are living in a world where you have to give attention to people, and they feel so lonely. And you know, when I have, like, I don't know, we are locally implanted in a street where you can meet really old Parisian, but also like super touristic. So you have the both kind of clientele. So let's say that American people are 95% here as a customer, because I think, like, when you see this little really niche type of concept or boutique, they're willing to try new trends. And French people, they are really, you know, they like when companies are mature, and when they're asking for service, they like treat you bad. So probably that's why, like, human interactions here in Paris can be like really arrogant type of service. You know, I don't like that. I think, like, when I go to a shop, I want people to be nice, to be interested by what I do, or probably follow up a little bit of my life. Because if I come here to get my coffee and my croissant, I want 5 minutes of attention. You know, what's differentiates us than the next coffee shop is because we really listen to our customer, you know. And I know that practically everybody does that, but to do it, to feel it, and then people share it and feel it, that's something else, you know.
Yeah. Sherehan, why do we have to talk about disrupting the status quo when it comes to kindness? Is it because so many people typically aren't kind?
It's because we live in a brutal world. We're all out there grinding, hustling, trying to figure it out. You know, and here's the thing. I am on LinkedIn. I don't consider myself a creator or an influencer or anything like that, but I have my lanes that I stick to outside of marketing and motherhood and entrepreneurship. I talk a lot about mental health, and it's there's a stigma around mental health. It's a taboo topic. It's becoming less taboo, but I talk a lot about the mental load. I mean, so the thing is, kindness and being nice is so easy. It doesn't take any effort to. I don't understand why you would go out of your way to be unkind, go out of your way to be horrible, and so from an ethos perspective, I think people live in their own world, right? And they look at the world from their own vantage or perspective, and perception is reality. And so our own experiences, you and I can go through the same exact situation and come out to completely different people or experience completely different things. I talk about war a lot because I married a Marine, and so he went to war, and him and his guys came back, and they didn't all come back. Some of them are suffering. Some of them have PTSD. Some of them are okay. Luckily, my husband was one of the ones who were okay, but they experienced the same thing. So we can go through similar experiences, but react differently. And so our world and our reality is just how we see it. And so it's very hard for people to sort of remove themselves and put themselves in somebody else's shoes and try to think, oh, well, I was, this person was really short or unkind to me this morning. And the first thing you think is, I don't want to ever talk to them. You blacklist them. But you don't know that maybe their dad died that morning. They just found out that their pet has to be put down. They had a fight with their spouse the night before and didn't sleep well. They had a nightmare and woke up on the wrong side of the bed. You don't know. And so when you lead with kindness, It doesn't take any extra effort. You know, you don't have to be in your own world. You have to try to understand that everybody's going through something. So just be empathetic. And if you don't have empathy, then just don't go out of your way to be mean. Don't go out of your way to be unkind. And I think those people, and I always say this, hurt people, right?
Mhm.
If you're suffering, if you're going through a horrible thing, usually you're in attack mode. And so you lash out and you're trying to figure out how to bring somebody else down. So, you know, this is to the other people. Like I've been on the receiving end of internet trolls, or as I call them, potty people. You know, and I don't let it bother me. I don't care. You know, you're having a crappy day. You're sitting behind a computer screen and typing some nasty stuff, attacking somebody you don't know. You don't know me. You don't know what I've gone through. You don't know anything about me. You're sitting here judging me based on a post I put out. Have at it. I don't care. I'm going to lead with kindness because it doesn't change me. It doesn't change my perspective. It doesn't change anything, you know? And you know what? If we all agreed and were cordial and courteous are fine, but like if we all agreed all the time, there'd be no innovation. It's okay to disagree. It's okay not to like the same things or have the same similar points of view. You know, I posted ceasefire and one person was very nasty about it. You know, and I'm like, you know what? That's fine. You don't agree with that. You think it's okay to you know, kill children, and that's, have at it. But you know, you can be nice about it. You could be kind about it, or just kind of stay out of it. We don't have to agree politically. And it wasn't even a political thing. It was a human thing, right? It was about humanity. We don't have to agree politically to be respectful and to be kind. So
Yeah.
I like that.
So do I, see, Marty. You know, we talk about it often. Often. And Enzo, I got your question coming up for Amma here in a second. But hold on. I think I have to do something here. I think we have somebody joining the show today.
Who?
Oh, it's John Kraski's here. Yay!
Oh, yeah.
John Kraski's here with Amma, Sherehan, C. Marty Fit. What's going on, Mr. Kraske? And hey, I got something for you. Here, listen to this.
What's up? Huh?
Asshole. Well, look at you, boy.
Here we go.
Is that a lullaby?
Yeah, it's the lullaby for Kraske this morning. It's first thing in the morning, Kraske, for you. So I thought I'd get you a nice warm tune for the brain. I didn't want to overwhelm you this morning.
Yeah, no worries, man. Nothing like a birthday gift to get up at 5 a.m. and start like talking on a talk show.
Happy birthday, my friend. It is so awesome to have you here. And Sherehan, sorry, I know what I'm struggling with it. And Sherehan, thank you. Sherehan Ross, Amma is here. C. Marty Fit is here. Kraske, we're really glad to have you here this morning. Happy birthday, my friend. Yes.
Yeah, whatever. I'm closer to 100 than 0 now, so death is near. Death is near. Yeah. Actually, no, it's not near. I plan to live to 120, so because I'm going to the gym right now, man. I'm going to work out for 3 hours. So there you go. That's how you stay young, fit. At 51.
Oh, I thought you were 52 today.
51.
Oh, wow.
52, bro.
Yeah, Keith, come on, man.
But I asked Kraske a couple weeks ago. And he said he was 51, so he must have been thinking in the future, like Enzo. John, we have Enzo joining us from New Zealand this morning. He's in the future, so he's throwing you some happy birthday. He's throwing you some happy birthdays from New Zealand this morning. But so you have a year to catch up to me then, because I'm 52 on you, pal.
Yeah. But I mean, there's like a physiological age and there's a biological age. So like, I would say physiologically, I'm probably like 32. So I don't know what you are. I'm not your physician. I haven't done a health check on you yet, Keith. But yeah, I'm 32.
Oh, that is success. So what do you got planned today, pal? What do you got planned for your birthday? And look who showed up. I dragged Alma out of the pastry studio for you today. I've been texting behind the scenes with her, and she's like, I'm going to show up and serve up John a croissant this morning on the show.
Oh.
Yeah, is it the JK croissant or the Kraske croissant? I've gotten a lot of feedback. People wanted the Kraske croissant.
The JK, right?
I don't know. People want Kraske croissant. Why don't we take a vote? What sounds better, Kraske croissant or JK croissant?
Kraske. JK sounds like you're saying joking. Just kidding.
Yeah, see, Alma,
Okay.
you got to change it. You got to rebrand it, Kraske croissant.
From a
can name
marketer,
it-
I'll let you know it should be Kraske.
Yes, I agree. It's more personal to John because JK can be something else. Anybody with JK, but we know it's not.
So to answer your question, Keith, I'm working out literally for 3 hours this morning. So no joke, I'm going for 3 hours. So I'm going to hit the treadmill here in a second. You're going to watch me get in my car actually. So
Awesome.
going to Equinox in Beverly Hills for the first workout. Then I got a personal training session at 8 with the new trainer. And then,
So, was it just like, okay, it's my birthday today, I'm going to get a new trainer?
well, I mean, she's really hot too, so that helps. So,
Yeah, you're getting a reaction from Marty on this one, John Kraski.
Yeah, I'll be talking about that on my podcast.
Good motivation. Very good motivation.
I mean, why not, right? If you're going to get a trainer, why not,
Oh, this is awesome. So, hey, John, we got a comment from Andy Weiss is dropping this morning to wish you a happy birthday. From Andy Weiss, we get some comments from Enzo. Yes, we both look in our early 40s. Yes, I'm telling you, you Kiwis, you guys just got to come and hang out with John and Keith, and you'll make yourself younger. That's exactly it. Hey, John, I knew we had a big party today, so I got a big 45-minute ride on my bike this morning, about 20 some odd kilometers, knowing that I was going to come hang out with you today. So,
Well, yeah, I mean, dude, you're like 3 hours ahead, so like that's easy for you to do. Like,
totally in the future. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Yeah.
It was like 3:59 a.m. I got a message like, "Here's the link for the show." I'm like, "Damn, dude! Like, let me like finish my sleep."
Hey, there's lots of love coming from Business Athlete Nation for you today to celebrate your birthday today. We got Sherehan out of bed, so she was supposed to be here tomorrow, and I was like, "Hey, we're celebrating Kraske. She come in today." So she convinced her husband to take the kids to work today so she come hang out with us.
Wow. There you go. Let's make it more about. We should make it more about her then today, because like she probably had stuff to talk about, and it's like there's only so much stuff we can talk about in terms of me. So let's talk about her. Let's make this about her. That would be the best birthday gift ever. Let's flip it.
You're so sweet, John. Anything
let's
for
flip
you,
it.
my friend. Anything
Yeah, but
for
I
you.
mean, but let's talk. Let's interview her, Keith, please, because I want to get in my car. I want to drive to the gym. So please, like, take some of this pressure off me right now.
You get
Right?
in the car and start driving to the gym while we're talking with Sherehan and Alma.
Yes.
So
All
Alma,
right. Do your thing. All right. Cool.
Here's a question for Alma from over from New Zealand while Kraski's getting in his car. Alma, this year in Paris is a big year in terms of sport and tourism.
Yep.
Roland Garros, as usual, and the Olympics.
Yep.
Have you prepared for this, and do you know what to expect? What are you expecting? What are you anticipating? What's the political climate like? We're not going to get all political this morning, but how do you feel about the upcoming summer in Paris?
It's going to be the mess because I don't think like Europe is prepared to have those kind of like big events. All main streets are closed, so I guess like everybody will take one road, then it will be blocked everywhere. But the cool thing is that for tourism, you can like walk by feet. There will be no lots of car, so that's about the traffic. I live in the 16, and my shop is like the opposite way of Paris. It's going to be hard. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I mean, like, it's few weeks. It's going to be intense, but it's going to be so cool. I like when there is challenges, and people are not in the usual comfort. So probably it will be an after and before in the city, like now it's been few years. We start to prepare the roads. And now I saw this morning, all those streets closed, and probably some Parisians are already living like the city, and then you have like new people, American people especially, like coming. It's so cool. It's refreshing, actually, you know. So, and on the political side, well, you know, I think like the government tried to do like something really unusual to, you know, this time, you know, they try to invite to the ceremonial like really young pop stars and those kind of things, to make it like younger and not too classical, to show that French people are evolving and kind of like try to modernize the culture. That's cool, you know.
Yeah, that's exceptionally cool. I know I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen this summer in the Olympics and trying to catch as much as I can. So how do you know John? So you guys met where and how? And then Sherehan, I'm going to ask the same question to you coming up. So how do you guys know John? What's the connection? I know John's, you know, exceptionally kind at celebrating everybody else, which I know is the reason we wanted to celebrate him today. I've never met somebody who spends more time actually shine light on everybody else. How did you guys meet?
I met John last year.
We met during the great garbage strike of 2023 in Paris.
What?
Yeah, it's a true story. It is a true story.
I just remembered that, like, John was so shocked. There was this garbage strike, and you know, I don't think John is used to that. And so you had an event, right, John? You had an event, and you.
I was hosting Paris blockchain at the Louvre.
Yep, and he just joined me on LinkedIn, like, hey, do you want to help me? Like, my co-hoster can be there. Like, would you like to co-host with me, like, my show, right, John?
Exactly. Yeah, I needed help with my show because we were going to film things for my show at the time, NFT Heat. That's another story. That company went bankrupt, and I don't know, all our episodes disappeared. So, goddamn Web3, man. What a.
I thought Web3 was on the ledger, Kraske, forever. So what do you mean it disappeared?
Dude, Web3, man, it went to hell and back. But yeah, Web3. I mean, that was what. That's all right. That's why I don't think Web3 or AI will have the same exact fate, but I think for a lot of the smaller players, it probably will. But yeah,
that's interesting. So you guys met at a garbage.
Yeah, we met at a garbage strike. We actually met. Yeah, I think we actually met at a garbage truck. Actually, wasn't it? No.
No, and then you know, John used to
she was so nice. She said, hey. Because I was like, I don't know anybody in Paris. I don't know how to speak French. This is going to be so she agreed to meet me and then tour me around the city. So I think we went to dinner one night. She took me on an almond croissant tour. That was how the Kraske croissant became a thing. We went on like a crazy on tour. She took me to 3 or 4 spots with the best almond croissants. But I guarantee none of them are as good as hers. So. Like, no, not even close. There's going to be nothing. But my favorite one was didn't I like the one from Dirty Bastards or whatever it was called?
French Bastard. Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
French
that was the best one.
But you know, like,
that was good.
we settle our friendship with John with 1 Negroni and 1 almond croissant. So it makes sense to kind of like make an almond croissant with the orange marmalade, you know? That's why, like, I to honor friendship, and it's fun because, like, he's probably the first American to believe in me. So I wanted to celebrate that.
That's exceptional. Hey, John, we have Robert Coe joining us here this morning. I know that you guys, look at
this.
Oh,
look at this. You get some nice, like, oh, look at that. Wow.
Look at this. Let's just get a good shot.
You want me to walk you down Rodeo Drive? I'll walk you down Rodeo Drive.
Breaking this morning, middle of the night in Beverly Hills, walking on Rodeo. Hey, can you go knock on Jason Oppenheim's door and see if we can get onto Selling Sunset this morning?
That'd be great. You know, I don't think he'd ever film for me because I'm literally probably like 1.5 feet taller than that guy. I think that guy's like 5'3". So Never want to be on camera next because I'm like 6'4", so there's no way he would be.
And I can just bring the poplar tree, and we can hang out next to Oppenheim with the poplar tree, and you and me there. So there you go, Rodeo Drive, first thing in the morning with John Kraski on his birthday, and we have a comment.
Look at that!
Wow, check that out.
It's like a TV show in itself. Look at that. All right, you keep talking. All right,
there you go. So keep that. So
I'll do the film work.
We got Robert Coe having a JK croissant named after you is super cool, but you could not make a croissant with my initials, Alma. It wouldn't sell well. RC. No, I don't think it would go. And then we got World of Enzo French. Yes, exactly.
And one that was talking about. Oh wait, he was talking about some weird tart that they have in the UK. He's like, oh, it's like the tart we have in the UK. I didn't know what the hell he meant.
That's it.
UK's got a lot of weird stuff. UK's never been known for their baked goods.
Yeah.
It's known for a lot of great things.
Hey, John. So over the last few weeks here, I've been working quite closely with Christopher Martin, aka C Marty Fit, and I've been talking you up as we got to know each other. And he's like, Keith, I gotta meet Kraske. I'm like, well, dude, he's gonna be on the show today. So C Marty, here's Kraske, C Marty. You guys can now officially meet. John, Chris spent a bunch of time in your neck of the woods during the pandemic, and he's a fitness trainer as well. So if you're looking for some guy who can help you out, you might be C Marty Fit to help you out.
Okay. Hey, I've had, how many trainers have I had? I had a great one in Dubai. He was amazing. Dude, the guy was built like an ox. Built like an ox. You always got to look at your trainers, though. The key with the trainer, though, you got to look body I want, right? That's the question. Because I've seen some trainers, and I look at their bodies, and I'm like, I don't want that body. I'm not gonna pay for body, right? That's like,
yes.
So like that's the thing you got to ask yourself. Is that a body I want? Everybody's really small right now on my phone, but it looks like that'd be a body I'd want. So yeah, all right.
Thanks,
body
man.
I want, Alma and Sherehan. I can't even see. So you have to tell me. Is that a body I want?
God no! If you're 6'4", I'm only 5'2", my friend. I am petite.
I agree 100% though. It's a lot of trainers out here who don't look like what the client wants, and talk about that on my podcast as well, Keith.
Where are you? Where are you located? You're in Australia?
No, I'm in Maryland, right outside of DC.
Oh, you're in Maryland. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have Maryland. We have Paris. Sherehan, you're Columbus.
Columbus, Ohio. Yep.
Oh, look at that, Columbus. We got Winnipeg, we got Beverly Hills. We got New Zealand. We got the whole world coming to you today, pal.
Yeah, but Sherehan, you spent a lot of time in the Middle East, right?
Yes, I did. I actually grew up in Abu Dhabi, so a couple hours outside of Dubai, and spent all my weekends in Dubai. So yeah.
And how did you guys meet? How did you two meet? Web3?
So, I decided. So I've been on LinkedIn for like over a decade. And
did you invent it?
Huh?
You invented it with Reid Hoffman.
Right, I did. But I've always been behind the scenes as a marketer. I always helped others with their executive presence on LinkedIn. And then one day I was like, screw that. I'm going to do it for myself. I decided I wanted to show off, build my personal brand, get my social proof, show everybody that I can do it. And I was trying to figure out which are the communities that I wanted to be part of. And obviously one of them had to be that crypto community or blockchain. And with that, it kind of expanded into my free AI startups. Found John Kraski and loved his content. So I followed him. I engaged with his content. I commented. I showed up every single day to prove myself. And then I requested to connect. And he was kind enough to actually accept it. And then he realized that I was the real deal. I wasn't just gonna, post and ghost, and I wasn't just a random anybody. Like I was really listening to his advice, and I was following through with everything, and build credibility. And so then we met. We met on Zoom. We've never met in real life. We're trying to coordinate. Every time I'm in New York, he's somewhere else. When I'm, we keep going to the same cities, just not at the same time. So anyway, but yeah, we met on LinkedIn sometime last year. And
that's really cool.
I wasn't years, but whatever. I can't keep track anymore. I'll just say this. I called out all the BS in Web3 early. Most people hated me. They're like, you're like being such a Debbie Downer and all that. And I was right. That's why I have a that's why I have a chapter in my book called "Liars, Cheaters, Scammers, and Cash Grabbers." That book, that should be my next book. Like literally, Web3 is like Web3 is an effing scam. That would have been like that should be the real that would sell like crazy. So because this first phase was all scammers. There's some good people on it, but yeah, it's a conversation for another day. I think the thing that will survive from Web3 is the blockchain stuff, which will be super useful for AI.
I knew things were going to go well, Sherehan. I knew things were going to go well when I had John on my show a few weeks back, and I was asking him about community and Web 3.0, and see Marty, he's like, nah, that stuff's garbage, man. I don't know what the hell we're talking about that for. I'm like, okay, I see what we're really going to get into on this one here. So
technology is very niche and very fickle, and so I think the problem with Web3 is not everybody understands it. Where blockchain is sort of the fundamentals, right? And so that is never going to go away. Anybody who wants to decentralize, they have to understand blockchain. And then AI is never going to go away because that's a whole other technology, and it's different than the AI that's been around. You know, the whole thing with AI now is AI can teach AI. They can teach each other. Different AI, different, they can teach each other, and that's like what differentiates us from apes, right? Humans can teach, monkeys can't, even though 1% genetic difference. So anyway, so Web3, I don't know that I want to call it a fad. People are still doing Web3 projects and stuff like that, but it's a lot harder of a concept for mass adoption. It's a lot harder of a concept for the general population to know what to do with it. Versus with AI, the mass adoption is a little bit easier because you automate things. There's a lot of different use cases for AI, and AI automation, from customer service to content or batch content creation to workflows for sales, SDRs. And so it's a lot, there's medical use cases, there's fintech, there's so many different use cases for AI that it's a lot easier to
wrap your head around. Yeah, exactly. I would agree with that.
Look at that, Keith. Look, I got you the. Look at that.
Oh, that's exceptional. Wow, we are early in Beverly Hills right now.
Dude, they got the do you have the leaf blower things? Do you have the leaf? They're big here in LA. Look at these things. These leaf blowers. These guys are like all the time just blowing leaves everywhere. Like everywhere. All the time in LA. Look at it. Like it's like they're just blowing leaves around, and then you're walking by and then the leaves get like all the dirt gets in your eye. Like I don't even understand it.
This is
around and gets it in your eye. But do you have those leaf blowers where you're at? Or is this only an LA thing?
I have one in my garage.
I mean, I don't do it. He's doing his job. They told him to take the leaf blower and just start blowing shit around. But like, Jesus,
I'm going to go
everywhere in LA.
I'll go do some leaf blowing today and make some content for us today, Johnny, on some leaf blowing here up in Canada. Hey, John,
so you have a leaf blower. You have a leaf blower.
I have a leaf blower.
Okay.
I'll go blow some some wind up somewhere.
All right.
But John,
okay, cool.
One of the things you've done an exceptional job here. And we're working up to the last 5 minutes of John's birthday party here today. Mornings in the lab with Keith and friends and C Marty Fit. We got Amma joining us from Paris, Sherehan joining us from Columbus through Dubai. We got Enzo in New Zealand. We got Johnny in Beverly Hills. We got C Marty in Maryland. Hey, John, you have done a wonderful job as of late, drawing a lot of attention to the comment section inside of LinkedIn. And finding and grabbing and driving community there. Throw some advice to my good friend C Marty Fit here on the value of comments and the value of the comments in the LinkedIn community. Johnny.
I mean, the reality is there's a lot of people that are actively engaging in my comments, and they literally post like once a month maybe, or not. They don't even post. So it's an amazing way to just even build exposure to yourself through if you don't have great content every day. So that's number one. Number two, it's kind of a party actually, just like this. You can get in people, their quirks, their personalities. Do they like cats? Do they hate cats? All those, like, do they like leaf blowers? Do they hate leaf blowers? So that's why the comments are super important.
Yeah, the comments are perfect for people with ADHD like me and you and half the planet. We just can kind of go all over the place, huh?
Yeah. Do I have ADHD? I don't even know, dude. Do I? I don't know. Did you just diagnose me? But thank you for diagnosing me. I didn't even know I had it. So all right, cool.
He tried to lump you in there with himself.
I just tried to lump
It's
you with myself.
What else? Jeez, what else have I been diagnosed with? You want to tell me? How long do
I thought you were. I thought you were.
Tell him how you really feel.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe I am, man. Maybe I am. I'll take it as a compliment.
What else you got, Keith? What else you got for him?
There's Dr. Bilous just diagnosing the planet right now this morning on the show. Not making fun of it at all. No, yes, Dr. Yes, Robert Co. Dr. Bilous, exactly. Yeah. No, we're going from leaf blowers to community to croissants to we just got every topic under the sun here today. Is what's
we cover it all?
We do cover it all. We do cover it all.
I mean, good luck. Yeah, I mean, good luck. Good Morning America and Today's Show having this kind of like tantalizing conversation. This is news people. This is news people could use. All right.
I agree with you. And, I've been watching your content. You're like, LinkedIn is the new TV station because it is. People just don't know yet that LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, it's all new. It's the new TV channels.
So, I mean, I don't really want to ruin the surprise, but I mean, I'm really toying around with like a new form of content. Just think, this is all I'll give you. Just think if Bravo, Netflix, and LinkedIn had a baby. That's where I want to go with my content. So there you go. That's all I'm going to tell you. Bravo,
Netflix, and LinkedIn.
Yeah, exactly.
So Andy Cohen.
That's yeah. Cohen. Yeah, well, not Andy Cohen. I mean, more like the shows that are on there. Like $1 Million Listing and Real Housewives. I don't know about Real Housewives. A little bit kind of like that blur between reality, real life, HBO, Sex and the City.
There's no drama.
LinkedIn.
No drama, okay?
I mean, basically, I want to create an own and LinkedIn. So that's what I'm going to do. All right. So just stay tuned. All right. So I'm working on it.
You're going to create your own. You broke up there. You're going to create your own what? What we lost you. You're going to create your own what?
TV show.
Anything then. Come on. TV show.
Oh, there you go. Oh, nice. There we go. Yeah, we like that. Hey, C Marty, me and C Marty are doing this TV show every single morning here in the lab.
Pretty much.
That's
I want to do something different though. That's like behind the, like everybody posts, everybody kind of does the same. Everybody's playing in one sandbox right now. Yes. I want to create a new sandbox. That's basically what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Like everybody, stop it. It's a waste of your time. Create a new sandbox. Stop it. These people in this other sandbox are going to die. They'll be like LinkedIn won't even look the same in 2 years. So don't even worry about these people. Create your own sandbox.
Yeah.
Then you can stop complaining. You can be fully creative and do exactly what you want to do on the platform. Because right now, I feel like there's guardrails and people are limited. They're trying to like that kind of isn't that great, to be honest with you. It's okay. The people are great. But in terms of the creativity, I think it's pretty.
Well, and I think you can see what the ambitions we have here in the lab, John, because I don't think, even though privately you and I have talked a little bit, you can see what we're up to here because I share the same vision as you. LinkedIn is going to look very different 1, 2, 3 years from now. And, the work that we're putting in here on building this audience, building this new kind of content, different kind of content. I'm drinking the same Kool-Aid as you, John Kraski. No question about that. So, but listen,
we're visionaries.
Because we're old.
Yeah, we're old. Yeah, we're old.
Yeah,
we're old.
So we're gonna wrap the show up here. We're working towards the ending point of the show. John, you got your workout to get done. I was hopeful to have a moment to sing some Careless Whisper to you this morning, but maybe I'll say that.
I don't even like Taylor. People think I like Taylor Swift. Like she got a couple songs like Anti-Hero's okay, but that's not my jam. I'm more like JT. Like my stuff smooth, man. Smooth. Yeah. Taylor Swift is not smooth. She's not smooth. Taylor Swift, man, kind of smooth, man. I'm like old school Michael Jackson, Earth, Wind, and Fire, man. I mean, like I like Belle Biv DeVoe, Tevin. Man. Yeah, I like the smooth stuff. I like the smooth stuff. I like my music smooth. So, yeah.
Just like your
but I'm not
Odies.
really into that. So
Just like your Odies.
yeah, just like my Odies. Just like my Odies. All right, man. I'm yeah, you got to cut the show. But thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you for taking time out of your busy days. I'll see you soon in Paris. And I'll see you hopefully soon somewhere East Coast.
Hopefully.
And yeah, Chris, I mean, well, yeah, we're gonna have to get a pump on soon. So there we go. And Keith, yeah, I'll see you in Canada soon. Yeah, I'll have to swing through 100%. Canada at some point. Peace.
That's exactly. Or myself and C. Marty are going to have to jump on the plane and come down and see you in Beverly Hills.
Okay, cool. Or we meet in New York too. I'm down in Toronto. I've never been to Toronto, so I just want to go to Toronto.
There you go. We can do that too.
Do you guys like Toronto?
Go get your work out.
All right.
Enjoy your birthday today. Happy birthday, pal. You have a good one, and we'll talk to you later. Okay.
All right, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Bye. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
All right, so there he goes, John Kraski, here to celebrate his birthday today. That was a fun little get up here with a little bit of technical difficulties, but it's all good and fun here first thing this morning on the morning show. Thanks for jumping in from Paris.
Thank you guys for the opportunity and the invitation, Keith.
So awesome, so spectacular, awesome. I today I was, see Marty, this is fantastic, right? Maryland and Beverly Hills and
I want some croissants now.
I know, I'm hungry.
Yeah, I want some croissants.
I'm actually
that's the reason to all of us meet.
Yes, yeah, we're all gonna have to come and see Paris there. That's it. So we're gonna go around the table. Sheree, what do you got going on today?
Lots of work, just lots of work. Lots of meetings today, lots of client meetings, but it'll be fun. It'll be
juggling the responsibilities like we kick the show off today.
Absolutely.
Good for you. What do you got going on today? I know it's 3:00 over there for you. Your day is pretty much over, I think, right? The pastry shop is on its way to be closed here soon. You sold out?
It's sold out, and I have to make the new dough for tomorrow and then go home.
Oh, that is awesome.
That's fun.
I'm working right now, like on our big flagship. It's going to be a 200-meter square, a big croissant experience soon for next March, I guess.
See, Marty, we know we're going for next March, man.
That's exciting. Hey, my birthday's in March. So what's up? I'm March 4th.
Are you March 4th? I'm March 1st.
Oh, well, hey, it makes sense.
Hey, there's a new love. There's a new love trend. There's some love happening here, Sheree Hanross. That's it. Yeah. We're gonna.
Did not know that. Okay, cool.
A special croissant for Keith and Marty. Okay.
That's it. That is exceptional. Oh, that is awesome. Marty, what do you got going on today, pal? I know we're gonna catch up later. What do you got going on today as well, buddy?
Workout, of course. Work.
Yes.
Probably talking to you throughout the day.
Build, right?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, listen, everybody, thanks for jumping in today. I will admit, I did not know how it was going to go. It was just let's have some fun with John, and I mean this very sincerely with how I'm going to wrap this up. We don't have to look any further to see how much time this guy does celebrating everybody else on the platform. He actually spends much of his time celebrating everybody else. It's not uncommon to see a post of John taking his big light. And let's be honest, guys, John's got a big following. John's got a big influence on the platform. But he stands there, he takes his light, and he shines it on people. And that, to me, is, we started the show about kindness. That's what John Kraski is about. John's really about kindness. And I would invite you all, nation, to go find the guy on LinkedIn, find him on Instagram, go follow him, interact with him. He's not going to hurt you. He's going to have some fun with you. He's going to have some humor with him. And I got to know the guy through Live in the Lab here, and I've got to know him over the last number of weeks, and he has brought joy to my life. So I would invite you to go check him out over on LinkedIn. He's a funny fellow, and interact with him in the comments. As he said, build your network with John Kraski. So, and then we got Enzo, another match day today, 4 p.m. training at 7, then gym session. Good job, Enzo. You're getting it,
Let's
my friend.
go.
Enzo's getting it. Let's getting it. So. Sheree Han, thanks for joining me today, and C. Marty Fit and everybody. And I apologize for the first few times of incorrectly going with the name. I'm trying. And
Keith.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me, Keith. It was a lot of fun.
Awesome. Amma, thank you for joining us as well. I hope you guys will come back anytime. C. Marty and myself say this always. Once a guest of the lab, always a friend of the lab. So Amma, if you have something you want to talk about, come knock on our door. Say, hey, I got a new croissant. You know, come in, come out.
Well, if I have my next round will be probably with American Investor. I get a one-way ticket to you guys.
Yes.
And never leave.
There you go. There you go. Exceptional. Awesome, everybody. Have a great day. Come tune in. Come check us our show. We go Monday to Friday here in the lab, 8 o'clock Eastern time. Myself, C. Marty Fit, and a bunch of people from around the world. Mornings in the lab here on LinkedIn, YouTube, X, Instagram, Twitch, everywhere. Enzo, we'll see you tomorrow, my friend. Thanks for jumping in. Okay, guys? Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Bye, everyone. Thanks.